Today, I am going to tell you the story of the rise and fall of the Angry Birds game. The rise of Angry Birds. Angry Birds wasn't just a game, it was a global phenomenon. Its journey started in 2009 when Finnish company Rovio Entertainment released the first Angry Birds game for iOS. At the time, mobile gaming was still evolving, and the iPhone had only been around for a couple of years. Rovio had already developed dozens of games, none of which had seen much success. They were close to bankruptcy. But everything changed when Angry Birds hit the App Store on December 11, 2009. The game's simple mechanics, launching birds at pig-built structures with a slingshot, combined with its colorful graphics and quirky characters, made it instantly addictive. Its accessible pick-up-and-play style made it easy for anyone to jump in and enjoy. By 2010, Angry Birds had become a sensation. It reached 12 million downloads on iOS alone. Rovio quickly expanded the game to Android and other platforms. By 2011, the game had over 100 million downloads. The success of Angry Birds wasn't just limited to mobile games. There are several reasons behind that. Number 1. Merchandising? Plush toys, clothing, and even board games exploded in popularity. Number 2. Spin-offs. Games like Angry Birds Seasons, Angry Birds Rio, and Angry Birds Space kept the momentum going. Number 3. Cultural impact. The birds became pop culture icons. In 2016, they even got their own animated feature film, which grossed over $350 million worldwide. At its peak, the Angry Birds franchise had over 1 billion downloads across its games, and Rovio was making hundreds of millions of dollars annually. Now, the fall of Angry Birds. So what happened? Why did this massive success eventually fade? Several factors contributed to the decline. Number 1. Oversaturation. Rovio pumped out Angry Birds content at an overwhelming pace. Spin-offs and sequels kept coming, but many felt repetitive. The market became flooded with Angry Birds games. At one point, there were more than 15 titles. This led to fatigue among players. Number 2. Failure to evolve. While mobile gaming evolved with new ideas and mechanics, Angry Birds largely stayed the same. Games like Clash of Clans and Candy Crush innovated with deeper gameplay and more social features. Angry Birds struggled to keep up. Number 3. Shift to freemium models. When mobile gaming shifted toward freemium, free-to-play with in-app purchases, Rovio tried to adapt. But their attempts felt awkward. Games like Angry Birds Go and Angry Birds Epic focused heavily on microtransactions, which alienated players who were used to the simpler, pay-once model of the original. Number 4. Missteps with spin-offs and new games. Some of Rovio's new ventures, like the 3D kart racer Angry Birds Go, didn't resonate with fans. The shift from the slingshot formula confused the audience, and these games often lacked the charm of the original. Number 5. Struggles in the film and TV space. Despite the success of the first Angry Birds movie, Rovio struggled to turn its characters into a long-term entertainment franchise. The 2019 sequel underperformed at the box office compared to the original, showing waning interest. Number 6. Financial issues. Rovio's revenue started to decline after 2014. The company went public in 2017, but the IPO was disappointing, and shares dropped significantly soon after. In 2018, Rovio announced that their profits had plummeted by 50%, and the company had to cut jobs and scale back. Where is Angry Birds? Now, though the Angry Birds craze has died down, the franchise isn't gone. New games? Rovio continues to release games like Angry Birds Dream Blast and Angry Birds Journey. though they haven't reached the same popularity. Movies and TV. The brand still has animated shows and occasional films, though their impact has lessened. Acquisition. In 2023, gaming giant Sega acquired Rovio for $775 million, hinting at potential future plans for the franchise. Conclusion. Angry Birds rose because of its simplicity, charm, and perfect timing in the mobile gaming revolution. It fell due to oversaturation, lack of innovation, and failure to keep up with changing gaming trends. While its dominance is over, it still holds a special place in gaming history as one of the most iconic mobile games ever made.